not to do in Japan. You don't want to be that annoying foreigner, that black guy who messes things up and, who got imprisoned. He deserved it. Or Logan Paul. Never be people like them. And as you know, I love Abroad in Japan Chris. And he made a video of top 10 things not to do in Japan. And now I've lived in Japan for 3 years. So I would like to tell you about my experience and things not to do in Japan. Welcome to Drakoadventure, I'm Elaine, and follow for more Drako EXP and Japan adventures with insider tips and truth. Never ever wear
your shoes
inside someone's house, okay? When you enter like tatami floor. It's considered extremely rude, and I don't know why. I don't know why in the West people do this. Because it's clear that shoes are dirty. You're bringing out so much dirt from the outside. You're coming inside. In Asian cultures, like, countries and stuff, you remove your shoes. You just don't enter people's houses without, with your shoes on, and it's extremely rude. I've seen a lady, calling out on a foreigner before. Oh my freaking god, she flipped. She got so angry at the guy because he just walked in completely and he wasn't stopping. He kept continuing after 1 minute. After 1 minute of chasing, he finally realized. Please don't be loud in public transport and like screaming and shouting and because Japanese people are very respectful and very mindful. They like this harmony society. Okay? So if you keep shouting or like drinking on in the train, like it's just a nuisance. Please don't be like that. Okay. And I've seen, really annoying people sometimes, or like backpackers like in their face. You can just put it in front of you. Okay, if it's like banging on someone, I think it's better to put it in front of you. Be considerate. That's what Japanese people like. They like it when people are considerate and respectful. Okay, 3, don't put soy sauce into your rice. When people see that, they will laugh at you, kind of. It's just Asian people never put soy sauce in their rice like this, unless you're putting with like raw egg and like mix it up, because egg in Japan it's eatable, it's safe, but don't do that. And also never stab your chopsticks into the rice. It's considered extremely rude, and it's for dead people basically. They do this for rituals and stuff, so never do that, please. Passing the chopsticks to one another, this is also the same thing. It's like what they do for like death rituals, like ceremony, like, so never do that. It's considered like bad luck and extremely rude manners. Don't pass to one another. Okay, 4 PDA. Okay, I know you are like, in Western countries it's completely normal to do PDA, like hugging and like kissing in public, but in Japan it makes people very uncomfortable. So if you are in Japan, please respect their cultures, customs, and do, when you're in Rome, do as the Romans say. So I think, when you come to another country and you just wear super revealing outfits and like, kissing everywhere, it can be a bit just all about yourself and like disregarding other people's culture and feelings. And so please be more modest in that aspect. And Japanese people are just very mindful of what people think about them and like being polite and respectful. So no PDA. I still hug my friends, okay, but no like loads of kisses. Yes, and never stand on the wrong side of the escalator, because people are going to give you the bombastic side eye. If you are in Tokyo, that side, okay, it will be on the left side, But if you're in the Kansai area, Osaka, Kyoto, be on the right side, okay? You don't want to be blocking people's way, and people are very efficient and they follow the rules here. And if you just stick out like this, it will be a nightmare for people. And I recommend you to get a Suica or app. I recommend the app because you can top up anytime and you don't have to waste any time buying tickets, and you don't have to calculate which station to which, and it's so easy. It saves my life, honestly. And you can even use the Suica for shops, buying like drinks from a vending machine. It's a lifesaver. I went to the onsen recently and I saw foreigners doing something extremely rude, and they don't know what they're doing. They were dipping their hair inside onsen water where everyone's sharing. You should never let your hair touch the water. And they didn't even wash themselves. Oh my days. I'm like, just I'm shocked. I was when I went, I wanted to go and talk to her afterwards, but she left already. But like, never. So remember to wash yourself thoroughly before you go inside the onsen. And tie your hair up. If you're a lady, tie your hair up. And I don't really I tie my hair up and make it into a bun, so make sure that it doesn't touch the water. But never let it touch, because it's just so rude, and your people are like literally like going in the same bath water as you. So never do that. I saw that happen twice. And they were like foreigners, oh my god, I'm like, I just can't take it. And remember, most onsen, you know, a lot of onsen, they don't take people with tattoos. Okay, I know in the UK a lot of people have tattoos because we think it's cool, it's art. But here, because of the history, in the past in Japan, historically, only like slaves, like, you know, criminals have tattoos to make sure they are the ones that have committed crimes, or nowadays Yakuza. So it's seen as tainted, okay? It's not the same culture, right? So respect that, or you can find places that takes, you know, tattoos or like covering it with other means. I feel like maybe they like cover tapes out there. But please be respectful and follow the rules, wash yourself. Thank you. And then tipping. You know, you don't have to tip people in Japan. The service is included. And while you're waiting, excuse me, bill please, you don't do this. You take the bill you got from the table. You go to the front and you pay. And it's so much easier because you don't have to wait, excuse me. No, you just go out, and one way to be polite, you can say, ごちそうさまでした. And this means thank you for the meal, and it's very respectful, very nice way, and please practice saying it. ごちそうさまでした. In the Western countries, so we call each other by our first name, but in Japan you never do it. You never do it to strangers. Okay, if people are more familiar with like Western cultures and like they've been abroad and stuff, they don't mind you calling their first names, or if they're very friendly and open. But if you suddenly talk to your co-worker, oh yeah, hello, Mari, hello. No, you call them by their last name and then put san. Okay? So, oh, Hashimoto-san. If you suddenly call them, oh yeah, Keita, what's up Keita? You know, Japanese people don't tell you. But when they're pissed off, they just hold it and, oh, they're a bit shocked, like, whoa, okay, maybe they're foreigners. That's why they're doing this. So, please, honorifics. Use honorifics. And not everyone is on first name basis. Once you get very close with someone, then you can ask them, oh, can I call you by a first name? Then you get going from there. Alright? So when you're having a meal with someone, you're sharing food, and there was the last piece of food, don't take it. Okay, don't take it. You should offer it to someone else. Oh, does anyone want it? You should be more cooperative and ask, you know, everyone in the table. And most often, if you ask, oh, who wants to take the last one? You actually cooperate, you communicate. Most likely they will give it to you. Because Japanese people are very kind and nice to foreigners, most of the time, I would say. And because you're a foreigner, they will treat you with special treatments, the gaijin cut sometimes, and they will like, oh yes, Elaine, please have it. In my case, they always give it to me. Like, oh, okay, Elaine, you can have it. But it's always good to offer it first. Okay, offer it. Show that you respect the culture, you care about the people around you. You're not just all about yourself. Most of them complain they don't like foreigners sometimes because they're so inconsiderate and they don't care about other people's opinions. Be mindful, be considerate. Kizukai. Okay, kizukai is very important. So don't expect Japanese people to speak fluent English. A lot of people, they've never met a foreigner in their whole life. They've never actually talked to one, so you can't expect them to be fluent in English. Just don't enforce your culture on Japan. This is Japan, another country, another language. So it will be nice to learn a bit of phrases. If your Japanese is not that good, just arigatou gozaimasu, konnichiwa, genki desu ka? The really common phrases, oh my god. Like, even though it's like so bad, it's okay, do it! Because people appreciate it. They will try their best to speak English with you. One of my friends was, oh, maybe I want them to speak more Japanese with me. Just use Japanese, practice more. If you get better Japanese, of course they will speak to you in Japanese, alright? Another thing, big thing. Don't jaywalk in Japan. In the UK, we love jaywalking. I just go. Let's see who's faster. In Japan, even though there are no cars, I wait. Because don't break the rules. You're in Japan now, and I always wait, even though there's no cars. I'm just, oh, God. That's what everybody does. And if you do, bombastic side-eye. So, please, the police can stop you. It's illegal in Japan. I know German people, they respect these rules very much. But in Japan, bear in mind, okay? And you don't stop saying, oh yeah, I have the gaijin card. You're in another country, respect the rules and culture. Tip, if you go to somewhere, go traveling, and you visit someone's house for the first time, always bring a souvenir. Omiyage, you get them brownie points. And say, ojama shimasu, and their people will be impressed as well. And since Japanese people, they don't know a lot of phrases in English, they'll be like, oh yeah, they don't know how to deal with foreigners either, so most of the time, Nihongo jouzu, hashi jouzu. They like to compliment someone, make you feel good, alright? So you hear millions of times, even though your Japanese is bad. So get used to it. They were just trying to be nice, the small talk. Okay, so even though you're so sick and tired of it, no, it's like the English small talk. How's the weather today? Oh, good. Oh, how are you? I'm fine. So it won't piss you off that much. So thank you for more Drakoadventure EXP.